Hi, my name is Nurfasha Nabila binti Shahran Zaman. Me and my team will be presenting our research on the topic, the importance of social media advertisement in enhancing brand equity. A study is conducted at KFC restaurant in Perlis. I will present chapter 1, and this section introduced the research study defining dependent variables like social media advertisement and independent variable like brand equity, problem statement, research question, objective, significance of study, limitation of study, and providing a comprehensive overview. First of all, I will start with the background of the study. The increasing number of consumers using social media has fostered a rise in advertising spending on social media platforms. Facebook and Instagram are popular marketing platforms due to their effectiveness in attracting consumers through page-like advertising, as evidenced by high likes, comment, and share. According to Hill 2019, discussed that social media has become a distinct phenomenon among social media users, especially teens. Adetunji et al. 2018 conduct some research to determine whether social media marketing with tools such as online advertising and online promotion can influence brand equity. Now let's move to the problem statement. This research proposed to investigate the impact of social media advertising on KFC purchase, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership in the fast food industry. It aims to fill the gap in existing research by examining how negative reaction to social media advertisement have affected KFC purchase, brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership. The study underscores the need for further research on the broader impact of social media crisis on the fast food industry in Malaysia. For example, KFC Malaysia is facing criticism on social media for underestimating demand for a free burger offer on Facebook, leading to customer dissatisfaction. The company launched an online voucher for a free double zinger burger combo, but failed to respond to the closing promotion, causing a shortage of stock at the outlet. There are 3 research objectives and research questions. Let's take a look on research objective first. The first is to investigate the effect of social media towards brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership in KFC. Second is to investigate the relationship between social media advertisement with brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership at KFC. And lastly, to investigate the most influential factors, which is brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership of social media advertisement at KFC. Next, let's take a look on the research question. First is, does social media advertisement give effect on brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership in KFC? And second, does the relationship between social media advertisement with brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership in KFC? And lastly, how is the most influential factor, which is brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership towards social media advertisement in KFC? After that, let's move to the significance of the study. Let's take a look on the customer. This study investigates the impact of social media advertisement on brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership. And it focusing on the relationship between these factors. Next, for the company. The study explores the correlation between social media advertising and brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership at KFC restaurant, and it aiming to enhance the company understanding. And lastly, for the government, this study explores social media advertisement factors influencing brand equity, such as brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership at KFC restaurant, and it aiding the government in understanding this effect. And last part of chapter 1 is limitation of the study. There are two limitations during doing this research. First is time frame. This study, limited time frame, may not fully capture the dynamic nature of social media trends and their impact on brand equity over time. Additionally, the findings may reflect a snapshot rather than a comprehensive understanding of long-term implications. External factors like economic fluctuations and unforeseen events could also impact on consumer behavior. Second is the sample size. The sample size and selection criteria may introduce sampling method limitation, potentially limiting the wide range of consumer in Malaysia. Response bias, where respondents give untrue answers due to the personal or social view, can also affect data accuracy. Well-structured survey tools and anonymous answer can help reduce in this issue, but self-reporting problem should be acknowledged.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Zahira binti Ahmad Muhtar. As for my part, I will explain in chapter 2 of our research, which includes the definitions of brand equity towards social media advertisement and the definitions for all the brand image, brand loyalty, brand preferences, and brand leadership by the authors. According to Lister 2018, the authors state social media advertisement is a marketing strategy engaging with social platforms to facilitate two-way communication with the consumers, and social media advertisement is an empathy-driven communication for young consumers, with efforts also being targeted at consumers belonging to higher age bands. The concept of the brand image, according to Dibalina Chatterjee and Pratik Basu 2020, refers to how consumers think about a product as a whole, as well as how the market understands and judges the unique qualities of that product. Thus, for H1, brand image has a significant positive effect on social media advertisement. Next, brand loyalty is defined by Shanahan and others 2019 when consumers are pleased with the products or service quality. Consumers that show consistent purchasing behavior by consistently selecting a specific brand's product often develop the perception that all products manufactured by such a brand possess distinct qualities that are not readily available from competing brands. Thus, for H2, brand loyalty has a significant positive effect on social media advertisement. In addition, according to research conducted by Yasri and others, 2020, brand preference is determined by mental variables and brand attitudes. Hence, the consumer's attitude model is the fundamental basis for comprehending brand preference, as previous studies have shown. Thus, for H3, brand preference is significantly positively impacted by social media advertisement. Lastly, Basin 2023 defined brand leadership as brand leadership must use a strategic approach to effectively market and position their goods or services. The author also states that the brand leader holds a significant position within a specific market segment, representing the top-selling product or service that has achieved optimal recognition within the intended target market. Thus, for H4, brand leadership is significantly positively impacted by social media advertisement. Next, our research framework is based on the 4 factors that influence social media advertisement at KFC, which are brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Liana Farhana binti Zainuddin. I'm going to present about chapter 3, which is methodology. Let's dive into the research design. Our study is framed as a quantitative research method aiming to understand the importance between the social media advertisement in KFC restaurant and key variables like a brand image, loyalty, preference, and leadership. Our purpose is to investigate and understand the importance of social media advertisement in enhancing KFC brand equity, which are brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership. This is a quantitative research effort focusing on the cross-sectional time horizon and individual aged 15 to 90 years old who dine in KFC restaurant in Perlis. As for the population, the respondents of our study focus on Malaysian consumers who dine in at KFC restaurant specifically in Perlis. There are 5 KFC around Perlis, which are 1 in Arau, 3 in Kanga, and 1 in Padang Besar. In this study, we use simple random sampling. Of all the simple random sampling techniques, this is one of the easiest to understand for us. This is because it only takes one simple random sampling selection and minimal prior population knowledge. The target demographic consists of Malaysian, specifically in Perlis, who dine in at KFC restaurant between the ages of 15 years old until 90 years old. We distribute this questionnaire at 5 KFC in Perlis. Next is the sample size. Based on Krigi and Morgan's table that was developed in 1970, this table was used for our research to guide and determine the sample size for this study for the population in Perlis. Since the population size of Perlis is 261 million of this, which is more than the highest population size in the table, thus the sample size that we use in this research study will be 384. In this study, our research data collection methods is based on the primary data, which is be collected from the respondent of different age groups in Perlis. We will collect a total 384 questionnaire from the respondent at KFC Perlis in Arau, Kanga, and Padang Besar. The questionnaires will be used as the main tool to collect the primary data for this closed-ended questionnaire. This tool is suitable because it is required the least amount of cost and time and does not require the high level of skill to conduct and transform the data analysis. The questionnaire will be constructed in 2 languages, which are English and Malay. Lastly, we use statistical package for the social science SPSS version 27 to study the data of 387 respondents. We use the new version of SPSS software package is released after every significant modification since it is always being updated and enhanced.
The frequency was found from the personal data of the respondent in this study. There were 12 items from the demographic variables and that accumulated for this study, which included gender, type of consumer, educational level, employment, age, income, marital status, number of children, religion, living status, and how often the respondents consume fast food on a weekly basis, and also has their purchasing habit ever been influenced by the promotion on fast food chains on social media. Based on the table above, it indicates a detailed overview of the frequency distribution analysis, which is described in this session. According to the descriptive analysis above, the brand leadership is the greatest mean result, which is 3.74, which indicates the majority of the respondents are neutral with the statement made in this survey that brand leadership is the most important influence in the social media advertisement at KFC. As a result, the majority of respondents agreed that brand leadership is the most important influence on social media advertisement at KFC. So, where social media advertisement at KFC got the second highest mean, which is 3.67, while the brand preference importance on social media advertisement for KFC got the lowest mean, which is 2.73. So, based on the table result shows that the highest standard deviation is from variables of brand preference, which is 1.18. That indicates that the data points are spread out over a large range of values, making it less reliable when the data is widely spread, while the lowest standard deviation is from variables of brand image, which is 0.90, indicates that the data points are very close to the mean, making it more reliable when the data is clustered closely.
From the reliability test in the table, all factors including brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and brand leadership, together with the social media advertisement at the KFC restaurant, were found to be reliable as the result as shown are above 0.71 and 0.91. The Cronbach Alpha result for social media advertisement at KFC show an excellent result with 0.91. In addition, the Cronbach Alpha result for brand image shows excellent result with 0.93, followed by brand loyalty with 0.91, brand preference with 0.97, and brand leadership, which is 0.77. Therefore, all our variable questions are reliable, with majority of the respondent understand by answering the question and they answered it consistently. Next, correlation. For the first independent variable is brand image. There was a positive correlation between brand image and social media advertisement at KFC. R equal to 0.78 and P less than 0.01. The result of Pearson correlation show a very strong relationship. For the second independent variable, which is brand loyalty, there was a positive correlation between brand loyalty and social media advertisement at KFC. R equal to 0.44 and the p-value is less than 0.01. The result of Pearson correlation show a moderate relationship. For the third variable is brand preference. There was a positive correlation between brand preference and social media advertisement at KFC. R equal to 0.42 and p-value is less than 0.01. The result of Pearson correlation showed a moderate relationship. For the fourth variable, brand leadership, there was a positive correlation between brand preference and social media advertisement at KFC. R equal to 0.74 and P less than 0.01. The result of Pearson correlation show a very strong relationship.
Regression analysis is a regression where one independent variable is hypothesized to affect one dependent variable. Table above shows the result of multiple regression analysis for this research study. Referring to the R square from the table, the value of R square is 0.703. Therefore, it is clearly concluded that 70.3% of importance of social media advertisement in enhancing brand equity, which is including brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, brand leadership towards the KFC, while the other 29.7% is explained by other factors.
For discussion, firstly, from the research, the KFC restaurant can build a strong brand image, involve contact with customer, consistent brand message, and engaging content.
Research suggests that social media platforms provide a distinctive environment for establishing connections with the consumer, developing brand loyalty, and eventually augmenting the brand equity. Second, social media is a crucial instrument for the KFC restaurant to connect with their consumer and promoting the variety of businesses. It is thought that through social media ads, customer would be informed about new offering and will find it simpler to communicate with the service provider. In the end, this initiative will improve consumer value and brand reputation. For the third one is, the research identified that brand loyalty and brand preference indicate the most factor that enhancing the brand equity for the KFC restaurant.
Okay, next for the suggestion, the researchers suggest for the first one is strengthening and enhancing service quality. Next, number 2 is future research should include independent variables and simplify the questionnaire, which is it was too long for the respondent to understand. Next, the third one is identify the policies and methods that improve KFC's brand equity through social media advertising. Okay, for the fourth is explore different service type and regions and consider the impact of social media advertisement on brand equity, brand image, brand loyalty, brand preference, and also brand leadership.
To conclude, the relationship between the independent and dependent variables was positively correlated, and all independent variable has a strong relationship with the independent variables. The result of the multi-regression analysis also show that two independent variables, brand image and brand leadership, were p-value more than 0.05, which is not accepted. The objective of this study has been achieved, and the question of this study has been answered. This study summarized the main findings, discussion, implication, limitation, and recommendation.